Hey, what's up, guys? It's Yeti here. Today I've got a little bit of a different video. I want to talk about my philosophy, whether it's worth or not investing into buying the new Augment Rune, the permanent one coming in patch 10.2, and obviously investing into the Alchemical Flavor Pocket, which has been around since the start of Dragonflight. So both of these two items make your buffs permanent, right? While the Augment Rune is you're able to use it every time whenever you want. It's has no cooldown, and it doesn't cost any money to use it per use. While the Flavor Pocket makes your food buff last double the amount and through death, right? And I see a lot of people that are gonna instantly buy these purely because of comfort. And that's okay, right? If comfort is the only thing that you care about, that's totally fine. But I want to make a bit of an analysis as somebody who is playing multiple characters in progression and Mythic Plus. I want to make sure that I am investing into something that is worth, right? And I'm gonna perform this analysis, kind of like just quick maths here on cam, right? Recording, and I can also share this with my friends and fellow WoW players to basically advise them whether or not they should buy these things, right? So we're gonna quickly get into it. The Dreambout Augment Rune is coming in the next patch in 10.2. It's gonna cost around 100,000 gold. And you will require to have some sort of reputation, but we don't care about that. We're just gonna say 100,000, okay? Flavor Pocket has been around for longer, and it is currently going for 51,000. We can just do 51k just because we want to use the actual values that are on the market right now to make the analysis kind of more consistent. So there's a few things we need to know before we start, talking whether these investments are worth it or not, right? So how many pulls roughly, you will need per tier in World of Warcraft? I'm talking about Mythic Prog here. I don't think you need either of these on Heroic, and I think it doesn't matter, okay? I'm going to talk about Mythic Prog because that's the one that matters to me. Mythic Plus, I'm also going to just give you a rough number that I, as a Mythic Raider, would be doing on my main character. Of course, I'm going to try to justify that later as well. So for for a Mythic tier, so let's say in patch 10.1, if we take the rough estimation of all the pulls and we just average it out, it goes for around 700 pulls, right? So you would be getting 700 usages out of your Flavor Pocket or your Augment Rune, right? Like that's the value you would be getting. For Mythic Plus, I'm going to say the number 200. So the reason I'm going with the number 200 is because I have a group of friends that is doing M Plus all the time. They also pushed higher keys. They have, some of them have 6-7 characters. And in their whole season, they usually do around 600-700 keys. And of course, it's split amongst many characters. And these guys love Mythic Plus. That's all they do besides the 2-day progression rating. For me, right, I'm somebody who tries to min-max their character. So in the first 2 weeks, you're going to see me M plus all the time, hunting for that trinket, doing 20-30 runs of the same dungeon for that one trinket usually. And after that, it's vault, 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 vault. So 200 is a very realistic number for me and probably for most of you that are doing progression rating as well. So roughly, this is together, it's around 900 runs, deaths, pulls, whatever you want to call it, that you would be getting your value out of, right? So, but before we continue, we need to also look at just the overall value of the items that you're replacing, right? Kind of with these permanent solutions, right? So the stat food currently goes for 19 gold, okay? So stat food is 19 gold, while the Augment Rune is 1.5k. Aug is 1.5k. Actually, let's remove the G here. Let's make it consistent. Okay, so simple maths, okay? First, we're going to calculate whether the Flavor Pocket is worth it or not. That's very easy, right? So we have 900 pulls of using individual food times 19. Bam, we get 17,100. So that is the rough estimation of how much value you're getting out of your flavor pocket, right? Because you keep the stats during that time. And this is actually in favor of flavor pocket because we don't even calculate the initial food you would be popping, right? Of course, there is a downside, right? Downside is no stat if B-res, right? If you get battle res, you have no stat, no main stat, right? So that's definitely an like objective downside, but I do, my philosophy on this is that if you're dying in mythic progression, you're probably gonna be losing DPS anyways. You're not gonna be fully rebuffed. Maybe you're not gonna pop your augment rune as well, right? So you're gonna have overall lower stats, lower DPS, lower HPS. It's just how B-reses work. You're always gonna have lower DPS from that player, that pull, because he loses out on something. As for augment runes, let's see if the story is any different. So they cost 1,500 roughly. 1,500 times 900. Let's just say you're gonna have it the whole tier for every pull. You're gonna use it all the time, and yeah, I don't think I need to speak any further. We're just gonna say worth. For you to use the 1,500 runes in every single pull, every single dungeon this season, you are making a lot of value. So even if we subtract a little bit here, we're gonna say only for rating, right? 700 times 1,500 is still gonna be over 1,000,000 gold. So the Dreambound Augment Rune is definitely worth it. It's an objectively worth item. It's been worth, I think, every single tier when you had the option to buy a permanent Augment Rune. And this time around, it's no different. It is very, very worth. So get that reputation and buy it ASAP. While for the Flavor Pocket, the 51,000 investment, you are, not exactly 100% worth, especially if you are playing multiple characters. I would say if you're playing 2 different characters on prog, it's almost definitely not worth, because then if you want them to be equal, level, I like to treat my characters the same way. I'm gonna buy it for both. Yeah, you're fucking yourself over. I've done this in 10.0. I think my Resto Druid, my Holy Paladin, and my Priest all have Flavor Pocket. So that's around 1,500, 150k down the drain. And actually at some point these were worth even more. And I definitely did not consume enough food to get all that power back. So you make your own decision here if it's worth it or not. I'm definitely buying the permanent Augment Rune, while I am almost for sure not investing in a Flavor Pocket this time around, especially because I'm bringing my Preservation Evoker into the next raid. And it would not be worth for one tier in my opinion. So if I'm going to get one, I'm probably going to sell it. That's it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will be posting more WoW content on this channel very soon, along with my UI guide and things of that sort. Thank you for watching and have a great day.